Dr. Jazz.
Thanks so much for taking the time, man.
Yeah, it's a big pleasure. And knowing all the people that you did the interviews and that, oof, I feel like very, wow.
You belong in that company, you know. You played with so
Yeah.
many of these musicians.
Oh yeah. Many of them are friends. Yeah. Very
Yeah,
nice people. Great musicians. Wow.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I've been listening to your music for 15 years already, like
Wow.
really long time. You know, I made 2 records in Fresh Sound like 15 years ago. And then I
Uh-huh.
started exploring all the other artists on the label, on Jordi's label. And I was like,
Uh,
I'm a big fan of Ben Monder as well. And I saw you
sure.
records with Ben, and I was like, wow, who is this guy? And, you know, I really like.
Yeah. Wow. Impressed me, man. Really.
Oh, really good stuff. I want to talk about some of that stuff. So,
Sure.
but
Everyone.
Gorka, I want to first ask you, like, I listened to the new record, Salalagua, with your trio, and it's really a cool record. It's also really different in a way from the other ones. I mean,
Uh-huh.
I will mention why, but first I wanted to ask you, you've been working with Dani and David for such a long time,
Yeah, that's right.
and you've been playing basically in a bassless trio. So I've done that for 10, 15 years. I love this format, also guitar, horn, and drums. But I wanted to ask you, how does it feel for you play without a bass, and why this decision to play in such a format?
Yeah. I mean, this is easy. On the very beginning, it was a quartet with a bass player, and then there was no more bass player, and I don't know if we didn't find or we didn't want to find a bass player, to fix with us and that, and
Mm.
so we started to play in trio. And that's it. We keep going, and finally it's a trio. It's a trio, and we are very close friends.
Yeah.
So many years playing together. This is the great thing. Besides the music, or more than the music, maybe is the friendship and
Yeah.
the relationship between us, right? Yeah, and it's like this, as easy as that. Yeah.
But you know Dani and David for a long time already, right?
Yeah. We are talking about more than 25 years.
Oh, wow. Well,
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a
that's a
lot.
long one.
Yeah,
But
yeah. We played with some other people.
yeah,
Always this kind of mix and that. Yeah. We collaborate with other bands, and always we did things like this.
yeah. But I wanted to ask you about the new record.
Oh,
It's I listened to it so much, and it's so melodic. It's all about the melody. But this is also, I think, when I listen to all your compositions, you are really strong about melody, I think. But especially this new record, the tunes are really short in a way. They're almost like songs. And I wanted to ask you, how did you write for this new album, or how do you write in general?
oh.
Do you have like a daily routine? Do you write like short stuff every day, put it aside, or do you like decide, okay, I'm gonna write for the trio and then start? Or
Yeah. This always when I write, always I'm thinking of the people with I'm gonna play with,
okay,
right? Always like this, and with Dani and David, always was like this, and it's like this, always like this. The melody, you know, I do what I can. You know what I'm saying? and for me, I have like, I don't know if I can tell you in English. For me, there are two kinds of song. I mean, the song, one song, and the other thing could be more in the jazz style, could be a theme, right? And I don't know, through all these years, I realized that what I really like are the songs, or maybe it's easy for me, this kind of things. And yeah, for me, the melody is a very important stuff. You know, I mean, probably what I really want to do is to sing. You know, but I don't sing as well.
You sing on the saxophone. That's good.
Yeah, this is what more or less I try. You know, and it's yeah. When I said to you that I do what I can, it's really that. It is more and more try to be more honest with myself. You know, what can I do or what I can do. You know, and yeah, it's as simple as that. You know, yeah, I love.
Do you write on the horn, on the saxophone, or on piano? Like how?
There are many different ways. Sometimes with the piano, sometimes with the saxophone. Of course, if I'm with the piano, I sing, you know, and then there is the big work trying to put that on the horn.
Yeah.
Right. Which is very, well, it's impossible because the voice is the voice. And there is nothing like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. You agree with me, but it's like that. You know, the horn, the saxophone is an instrument. It's a second level. You know, the voice.
Yeah.
And always I take a lot of time trying to play these melodies as I want. You know, as I can imagine all these things. Yeah. A lot of time, it doesn't matter if it's, well, all my melodies are so simple. But for me, I mean, it takes a lot of time, you know, to really be confident with that.
Yeah. But I also noticed, like, even though your melodies are simple, they're in a way not, because, you know, on the new record, you have a lot of odd meters, like that El Muro and Infecciones in 7, that Stace or Stace, I don't know how to pronounce it, is in 15, I think, if I can't good. But like, when did you start these odd meters? How did you become familiar with that?
But I guess it comes from the melody. One melodic or rhythm idea, rhythmic idea, you know, and then the other thing comes up, you know. It's like, there are so many ways, you know, to work, you know, when you are writing, you know, sometimes a simple title gives you the whole thing.
You
know, and, you know, you know, it's just a riff, right?
Yeah, it's a riff. Yeah, exactly.
It's a riff. It's a riff. Yeah, maybe it comes so much from this legend band Morphine, you know, all these things, you know. I really like this band too. Anyway, no. Yeah.
No, it's good because you seem to have this, especially in the last one, like all these many odd meters, but when you play over them, it sounds so natural. I really like that. You know, it's has this flow. So
you know, I'm a very slow worker. So as I told you, I need a lot of time you know, to really play, you know, these melodies as I want, you know, as I feel. Yeah.
No, but it's already. I also listened to your duo record with David, and there also you have this flow going on, and I wanted to ask you first also about this duo record. How did you decide to do a duo record? Drums. I mean, you know, first thing when I hear duo drum saxophone, it's Coltrane, Rashid Ali, I don't know, but how is it to play for you in a duo with drums? Like, is it scary in a way or no?
Wow.
Like, how do you envision harmonically where you go, or melodically, or?
Yeah. Nice question. My idea about this duo drums and saxophone, it was to really work with the drums, and to feel what happened if you play a simple melody, up, while the drum is playing, just like this, different kind of songs or melodies or rhythm, but just drums, because the drums, we were talking about drum music, we are talking about Africa, and this was a real challenge for me, when I talked to David, the drummer, I remember said to him, you don't have to play the drums. You have to play here the whole fucking orchestra. You are the violins. You are the piano.
Yeah,
you are the bass. You are, think about these things.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to fly. With him there. And during a lot of time, it was my favorite band. It was so nice, and always I was so happy playing this with this duo. Obviously, each gig was different, because it's for that. For that, and it's really amazing, And when the audience, in a certain moments, they are only listening to drums.
Yeah.
That's amazing, because most of the people, they never heard a drums just alone. And for me, as a drummer, as David Higgins, he's great. Just that is really amazing.
Yeah.
Cymbals, tones, and that. Wow, that's it. You don't need anymore. You don't need anymore. And my challenge was, to play there, to fly around the thing, and to try to find the sense about this thing, right? Yeah.
No, it's beautiful. I mean, it's.
Thank you so much.
Because it's, it's. I also like less is more idea many times, So I like this because it's the space, It's always about the space in music. So yeah.
That's why it's called Amarte otra vez, which is to march again, but it's a game of words in Spanish.
Okay.
Yeah, Amarte otra vez is to love you again.
Wow, beautiful.
Amarte otra vez, Marte, the planet.
Yeah.
It's a game.
Yeah.
But with a lot of sense.
Yeah, now it makes even more.
Yeah.
But I wanted to, Gorka, I mentioned in the beginning, I found about you because of Ben Monder also, and also with David, you played with Ben, I think, for quite some time.
Yeah.
And that record, Fabu and Gasteiz, that are so nice. And but I wanted to ask you, how did you hook up with Ben, with Monder? When did you guys meet?
Ben, when I was living in New York, was one of the first big guys that I met. Yeah, playing in Manhattan in 3 of Cups every Thursday. I remember, just for the tips. Oh, I can't believe it. And I called him in my very first record.
Yeah,
he's playing there, so I know him since many years ago. Very nice cat, one of the greatest, unique, and amazing. I mean, you don't have to give him a chart or whatever.
Yeah.
You just whistle, and he can play. That's it. He's really big. He's really big, a very nice guy. Yeah, we share a lot of things with him. Yeah, and that record, Gasteiz, it's called Gasteiz, which is live.
Yeah.
Which is live. Wow. It scares me.
Yeah.
It scares me. Wow.
But did you guys play a lot of concerts as a trio also with David, or?
We did, yeah, different. I mean, no, not so many, but we did different things, and we played with Guillermo Klein too.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, I wanted to ask you about that.
Yeah. So I'm a very close friend of Bill McHenry.
Yeah.
Which are really fellows. And
Yeah.
So we know each other. We know each other.
Yeah.
It's great. A big inspiration.
Yeah, definitely. For me also. Like for me as a guitarist, Ben is like
Yeah, it's something else. It's something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You mentioned Bill also, McHenry. How did you meet with Bill? Because I listened also the other day to Free Session with Bill that you did, and it's such a nice record conceptually also that you leave all of the guys' space and all that for the impros and everything. But how did you meet with Bill? And because you also have like a really strong connection there with him.
Yeah. I met him when I was living in New York. And I saw him in a jam session, something like that. And days later, I found him in a coffee store, something like that. And I was so excited. Hey man, last night I saw you, and he was so serious, like yeah, okay, he
the
didn't
New
give a
York.
shit. Yeah, he was like okay, blah 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 blah. Later. Yeah, we've been a little bit closer on that, but he came to Barcelona with Ben Waltzer, the piano player, and for 2 years or something like that.
Oh.
And this time in Barcelona, it was really happening, and with these two cats and everything here changed. Even me, because we are so friends. I mean, we spend time together eating in my home, in his home, and that with his sister. His sister came to Barcelona, and it was really great. I learned a lot from Billy.
Mm.
We used to do sessions together, and wow. Another big cat, wow, he's amazing, so smart, and his point of view in everything is really so personal.
Yeah.
Playing,
I love his records.
So we did a lot of recordings. Yeah, with Joe Smith with Guillermo Klein, of course, and many things.
Yeah. But you mentioned Gorka in New York, right? How long did you stay in New York? For how long?
I've been 3 years, from 92 to 95.
You went there to study or just to play, or?
To study. But I couldn't pay, the amount of money of schools like New York or Manhattan. That's so. I used to go to do very good schools, but so cheap. Cheap. But they didn't give me, the green card and all that things. It was. This is another story. But I've been there like 3 years, 3 amazing years, unforgettable.
How was your experience there? You remember like the first concerts you saw in New York when you came there, or?
Oh yeah, in Canal Street. It was Broadway, rundown Broadway, and then in Canal there was one little bar. I guess it was called Canal Cafe, but so tiny, so small. And there was a duo there, and I was like, what? But New York is. Everybody should go there.
Yeah.
No, 3 years. No, if you can 1 month, 2 better.
Yeah.
But yeah, you have to breathe. If we talk about music, art in general,
Yeah. General,
absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah, everybody should
Yeah.
go there.
But
Yeah.
I've read you studied in New York with Jim Hall also.
Yeah, because I been in many schools. I had with the time I had chance to go to master classes, different lessons there, and I've been in many schools with George Gassone too, and blah blah. All these people, yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah. I can believe it. Yeah, for me also. I mean, New York. Yeah, I remember, blew my mind. Like, quite amazing.
Every day, every day.
Yeah.
I think in New York.
Yeah.
Every,
It's quite
that's
incredible. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But Gorka, can we go just back a little bit? We mentioned George Garzon and who are the players, the saxophone players you would say that influenced your style the most? Who was the saxophonist player you heard that got you into jazz, like in the beginning?
Oof.
I mean, there are many probably, but
Yeah, but I come from I come from Bilbao. I'm from Bilbao.
Bilbao, yeah.
Bilbao. If we talk about jazz, forget about it. If we talk about hard rock, punk, thrash, and other things, we can talk a lot.
I read.
But not about jazz. Not about jazz. And the first thing that I saw is one guy in a bar playing flute.
Oh, okay.
And this guy played something that sounded like blues, something like this. And that thing make me freak out. So I had no money and I start to buy, LPs, of course. Very cheap, very cheap. It's Joel Farrell, Chick Corea, all the, all these records. And the first time I listened to John Coltrane, I really didn't like it. It was like, wow, what is this? Come on.
Too much.
That's too much. And but there are a couple guys in Bilbao that they really played. Urrejola's brother, they played very well. And this was probably the first thing that really impacted me. Like, wow, this is the saxophone and that. I'm gonna tell you too one thing. Clarence Clemons, the saxophone player of Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah.
When I heard that saxophone, it was, wow, who is this guy?
Yeah.
The big man.
Yeah.
After that, like everybody, Sonny Rollins, Michael Brecker, of course,
Yeah.
Getz, Coltrane, Wayne Shorter, Chuck Henderson, like everybody. Yeah, that's so many, and everybody. I guess when all this genius, are genius. You cannot compare with nobody. But hold on a second. Hey, por favor. The kids. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
Like Tony Malawi with the dog. Hey.
No, but Gorka, I also wanted to ask you this. Like, speaking of Spain, the scene, right? You became really one with Jordi Puyol, also with Fresh Sound, and this Barcelona new sound. I think everyone. So many important artists became known through Fresh Sound, but I wanted to ask you, how did you begin your story with Jordi? When did you guys meet?
We used to play at the Pipas Club, a little club here in Barcelona, in Plaza Real. And he just came to me and he offered me to record a
Yeah.
record. Like that. What? Me? No, I said, no, come on. Me. Come on. I can't. No, man, you should. And I'm talking with David Xirgu, the drummer. Yeah, you must do it. And that. Okay. The next time I want to talk to Jordi, and I said, I don't want to record one record. I want to do two. What? Two. And this is what I did. You know, but very funky. I mean, we have a very nice relationship. You know, we are friends. It doesn't mean that I'm totally agreeing with him, unless talking about business and that. But I guess he is doing very huge work about the music in Catalonia and then in Spain. Absolutely, you know, I mean, amazing work, work. I mean, and is his passion, you know, to found people, musicians, and to make the CD. This is the point, and then you will see. But that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. But he really likes, you know, the jazz, and he knows everybody, everything, you know. Nice guy.
Yeah, it's like a passion. You said, but you mentioned he approached you to become to make your album, right? I wanted to ask you, like, you know, you've done so many records as a leader, as a band leader, and also as a sideman, as a collaborator. But do you like being a band leader, or you prefer being a sideman? How would you compare these two things?
I mean, are totally different.
Yeah.
I guess they're totally different. I like the risk, el vertigo, when I do my own things.
Yeah.
You know, I love that, to take a risk and, you know, try to do it. You know, my idea, try to tell my story. You know, when you are a sideman, that's a different thing. But I mean, it is exciting as well. Of course, you know, you have your responsibility, but it's different. You know, always. I mean, when you know that if this guy, the leader, calls you, is because of something, or then you have to feel free to do what you feel, or what, you know, to feel free to do what you want. And this is cool. But are different stuff, I guess.
Yeah.
I like both. I like both. I like you know, to play with singers, and that's another thing.
Oh, really? Oh,
They're
wow.
a singer. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, at least for me, yeah. That's another. You have the horn has. You have to find another space there, right? I don't know. Always is different, but always excited and beautiful.
Yeah.
Playing.
But we mentioned you already mentioned these guys, like Guillermo Klein. He's, for me, one of the best modern jazz composers, definitely. And
sure.
I wanted to ask you about that record with the Guachos live in Barcelona. How did that happen? And it's such a great record with so many incredible players, Jeff Ballard and you know, Chris Cheek and all these, Bill McHenry. And how did that album happen?
Well, Guillermo Klein was living here in Barcelona.
Oh, also, wow.
And during 4-5 years, maybe more.
Wow.
Maybe more. Yeah. And he built up a band with Jorge, Rossi, David Xirgu, 2 drums, piano, cello, Carmen Canela singing, you know. And we had every Monday This day it was for Guillermo Klein.
Oh, wow.
The whole day. On the morning, we used to do the rehearsal, the Guillermo Klein rehearsals, a piece of paper here, another piece of paper here, with one check here, and then we go here, and then afternoon in a small club, we used to go there for playing that thing. It was every Monday, the full day for Guillermo Klein. It was amazing. Another, nice spot to learn a lot of things.
Yeah.
With Jorge and I don't know. Someone offered him a concert in the Festival de Jazz de Barcelona. And I guess he said he wanted to play with the Watchos, and maybe someone couldn't came or whatever, or he chose me for the flute and saxophone. Carmen Canela was singing too there, and can't you imagine for me playing with Miguel Zenon, Bill McHenry, Krause, Ben Monder, or Kurt Rosenwinkel, or Jeff Ballard.
Yeah, incredible, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's the band.
Yeah, that's the band. Yeah.
That's the band. That's the band. But no, it's not only the music which is marvelous. It's his spirit, right? It's his story, right? It's universal. It's for the world, for everybody.
Yeah.
The Argentinian, 100%. Absolutely, but it's like wow,
Beautiful.
No kidding. It's like shout, out everything, and that experience, that intensity, Wow, one of the greatest experiences, of course.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. But did that record with Joe Smith, you mentioned Joe Smith, Melodic Workshop, did happen also in the same time when Guillermo was living in Barcelona, or?
No, before.
Before,
yeah, years before.
But this is also such a nice record, Jorge on drums.
Yeah. We did a small tour.
Oh, really?
Spain. Yeah, with Chris like Cap.
Oh, with Chris. Oh, wow, cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So funky. Yeah. Amazing.
I did an interview like this with Chris also, and he's such a great guy. I mean, such an amazing player and composer.
Also. Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah.
And but speaking of bass players, I just wanted to ask you also this, like, I listened so much to this one record, Traveler, with Arthur Kell.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I'm such a big fan of Steve Cardenas as well. So,
of course. What a nice guy.
Yeah, incredible player. And how did that story with Arthur begin? You also then played with him across Europe with Brad Shepik, I think. But how did your story with Arthur Kell begin?
I don't remember exactly how it was. Well, it was because sorry, because the drummer it was Joe Smith.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, exactly.
That's why. That's the connection. That's the connection. And then, we did like we did that record, and we did like 2 tours during the whole Europe. Yeah, with Brad Shepik. The first one it was with Cardenas. The first one, and the second one it was with Brad Shepik. Yeah, very nice. Yeah, everything flew, easily.
Yeah.
Beautiful
music.
Yeah. When you found nice people, everything is easier.
Yeah.
I brought them here in Barcelona to one. Here is called Masia. It's a country house, very old country house. A friend of mine used to live there, and we did like we had like 3 or 4 days off, so we stayed there. We just had to do one gig there, but we can stay at this home during 4 days.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You can see Steve Cardenas and Arthur Kell, you know, how they really enjoy,
Yeah.
you know, stay there, eating, drinking, very old kitchen, you know, playing,
Yeah.
the important things in this life.
In life, yeah. That's so funny. Many times when you I play with many New York musicians as well, and always when we have tours, you know, and we play, let's say in Slovenia also, or in Italy,
Uh-huh.
everyone is just like, oh yes, you know. And this quality of living, maybe also the difference.
That's it. That's
It's
why, you
less
know,
tactic. Yeah.
that's why in the States, you know, you play like this, and in Europe we play like those or whatever, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, that's a good thing. That's a
It
good
is.
thing,
Yeah. Yeah.
of course.
But you mentioned Spain now. Like, what's the situation on the Spanish jazz scene right now? Like, let's say, you know, in the past, I think so many musicians came to Spain. I remember, you know, Ben Monder, whoever, all these guys played in Spain a lot. But how is the situation now, club-wise and touring-wise, in the jazz world? I mean,
Yeah, okay. This is a very, very personal opinion.
I mean,
There was a time where, you know, thanks maybe a fresh sound and that we had more exchange, you know, with the States
mhm.
and some countries from Europe, and many people used to come here, and that now it doesn't exist that thing
Ah,
anymore, I guess.
how come?
Uh,
What do you think? Why do you think?
because there are not places for playing. There are few bars. They pay you a
Yeah, I know.
few. The festival, the big festival that we have here, they don't really want you. Uh, and the politicians, you know, who they have to take care about the culture, about the
Mm,
music, and they don't really care about the music.
yeah,
But the thing is that we have a big festivals of jazz music,
yeah,
but we are not enough interesting for them, I guess. Or the business is in another place, not
yeah,
with us.
yeah,
So, of course, there are great musicians here, of course. But if we talk about bands, real bands, how you make a band playing,
yeah,
doing gigs, you know, if you don't have that, you know, it's very difficult. It's very, very difficult. The bands who comes here to Europe or to Barcelona, Basque
mhm,
Country for playing, they are playing already for 2 months on
yeah,
tour, or at least, you know. You can't compare it, you know. It's like,
yeah,
I mean, it's very difficult to have a chance to play in France. It's
yeah,
very difficult to play in Portugal,
mm,
Morocco. Well, we
yeah,
don't talk,
yeah,
you know. So yeah, it's like not really nobody really cares, and we have superior musical students, you know, and we have a lot of things, but
yeah,
what?
yeah,
No,
yeah,
but what? But what? I mean, Spain always had been a country that they don't have culture of the culture. You know,
yeah.
it's a little bit like this.
But the jazz clubs, like all these jazz clubs, like Jimmy Glass and Jamboree and Bilbaína Jazz Club in Bilbao, they still work or no?
The
Like,
Jamboree, they are like this. Maybe
yeah,
they are gonna close.
yeah.
La Bilbaina, they are like this.
Oh shit, yeah,
Jimmy Glass, like this. Now, I
yeah,
mean, with the pandemic and all these
yeah.
things,
Okay, that's yeah,
yeah. And many of these people, they don't receive the help from the government.
government, yeah,
You know, that money is for, I don't know, someone else
yeah,
who He's gonna try to do something, what the fuck, it's like a, you know, always is like this. I don't know.
No, I know.
You know about it.
It's the same everywhere now. But
everywhere.
Just to go to the to end this talk, to not take too much of your time, Gorka, to go to a more positive thing, what are your plans for the future, like composition-wise or project-wise? Do you have some new ideas coming up, or?
I'm gonna do a porno film.
You should do music for that. That's a good project.
And then I'm gonna do the music for that.
That's where the money is from.
No, I'm thinking. I mean, the fact of to do a record now. I mean, I'm thinking a lot about this thing. To do a record, how sense it has right now.
Yeah.
The programadores, the people who runs the clubs, or they try to do the programmation for the festival, they don't ask you anymore for your last CD. They want videos. That's why the porno film, maybe with that. And I mean, this is amazing. Nobody listened to the whole record.
Oh yeah.
So I'm fighting with this idea. I mean, I really love to do records, because I mean, for me it's like if I found a title, if I found what I want to say, what I want to tell you, I really like, and I really love to do a picture of it. With this. And but I have one idea in my head. Is to do, I mean, with a quartet, with Xirgu, of course, Dani, to do some songs of me, but with a strings orchestra.
Oh wow! Oh, that would be nice. Yeah.
With the arrangements, from Basque Country, and arrangements from Catalonia.
Yeah.
And well, I have to talk with Guillermo Klein. I'm going to ask him one, of course. I have to ask him. Yeah, if he can. Yeah.
This is official now, so
It's the first time I say this.
This and that you're making a porno film, so that's official now. So.
Yeah. You got it. You got it, bro. This is my idea. I don't know when, because now here nobody can do anything.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Last thing, in 1 year, I'm gonna take it like this. I mean, that is not hard at all, and I guess it's not healthy to do plans.
Yeah. Right now, yeah. We'll see. It'll be good.
Dr. Jazz. Dr. Jazz.